Hello everyone. The next project is the loan eligibility prediction by using the machine learning. In this project, we want to build a model to predict whether a loan application is eligible for a loan or not. We first check out the income, employment, customer income, employment, and credit history, etc. So first you will have installed the library, import PyForest. The next one is the dataset path. So this is the dataset path where is there are these are the column loan ID, gender, male, married, dependents, education, self employ, application income, co-application income, loan amount term, and credit card history. And next is the property area and loan status. These are the columns. Okay, now we check the shape. So we give the 614 row and 30 column. The next one is the information is give the object type, loan IDs is object type, gender is also object type. All these are the object. Applicant income is the integer type. Co-applicant income is the float type. So all these are the data types have given. The next one is the it give the mean values. So this is the it give the mean medium and maximum value. So these are the main five columns. Now next one is the check the null value. If there is any null value, so there is a lot of null value. Gender 13, all these dependents is 15. All these are the null value. Now we want to see by the visualize how it look the null value chart. So you can so these the line is show the null values. The next we fill the missing value, which is the null value. We fill it. So df dot fill na is a method name. Then df dot mode and dot I location is given the 0 and in place equal to. So it fill the values. Now we check there is any null value, so there is no any null values. Okay, I am using the mode because there is a lot of columns are categorical, like gender, loan status. So we use the mode. The next one is the this is the second method. Also, you can use the like this. It's depend on you which is suitable the median. Okay, it's also working now. Again we check, so there is no any null values. Okay, now fill the null value, then we see again the chart how it look after filling the null value. It's look like this because there is no any null value. Then first if the null value it show like this, after filling the null value it's look like this. Okay, the next one is the because the df dot depends, there is the plus sign. If you see that in one column dependents there is given the 3 plus 0101, then 3 plus means person are more than 3 plus. So in Python or machine learning there is problem to create the plus sign. First we remove all these symbols. So that's why we use the regular expression is used for this function. Df, the column name is the dependents, same is equal, then df column name dependent dot str, because is the string dot replace function. We use the, it replace the plus sign into blank, is the double quotes. Then regular expression is equal false, because regular expression is always by default is true, so that's why we give the false. Then it change it, so it remove the plus value. Now check, so you can see that there is 3, there is no any plus value. Okay, it replace the plus value. Now count the gender value, how much male and female are there. So male are 502 and female are 112. Okay. Now see the pair plot. Using the pair plot where we use the data equal data set name and hue equal gender. Male blue dot symbol is color is show the male, and pink also use for the female. So there are a lot of male candidates. Okay. Now next one is the label encoder. We are using the pre-processing, and from sklearn preprocessing import label encoder is used for the categorical data, because there are so many columns like a gender, married, these are the categorical data. So first we convert this data. So this is the variable name calls. So you can take anything, where we pass the all column name, gender, married, education, self-employed, property, area, and loan status. Then create the method le is a variable, then we pass the label encoder. Then again use create the loop for call is the variable name, where we pass the in calls all column name, these are the or columns name, this one. And then we again fit it df call equal le dot fit d, and then call. Okay, then print df dot head, where I pass give the condition 7. So if we see that gender, it convert the 111, married 0101, dependents also 0102, education also 0, and self-employed also. Okay, all these are the. Now we want calculate the mean value. This is the only one column mean value, loan amount. Okay, so this is the column name dot mean value. So it's give the one column mean value is 145 dot 46. Like this you can count the mean value of all columns. Now distribution plot. So distribution plot sns dot dist plot, where we pass the loan status. So it's look after this. This is the density and this is the loan amount. Okay. Now count the self-employed. How many the so it count the self-employed. The next one is the group by function. We use in the group by function, where we use the df dot group by, which we want to see the group by is a loan status, column name, and loan amount terms. Dot sum. It gives the total value of the sum how many person have the loan status. Okay. So 0 is a 66. The person 0 means no and 1 means yes. So loan status is the how many person have have taken the loan status 144, and 0 means 166 is no. Okay. The next is also the group by where loan status and loan amount terms, and there we use the plot df dot plot kind equal bar plot. We using the bar plot, and then x level where we pass the loan status, and y level loan amount terms. Title is group bar chart, and plt dot x tricks give the rotation 19, and plt dot show. You can use anything rotation wise. So now we visualize the all loan status and loan amount terms. This is count the. So you can see that there are it give the loan amount terms and loan terms. So there is the gender married, most, and education, then self-employed. Okay, so it give the loan amount terms. We apply the loan. The next one is the feature selection. Then x where equal df dot drop, which we want the loan id. There is no need to loan id and loan status. These both are column name. Loan status is categorical column name, yes or no, how much people have here taken or not, and x is equal 1. In the same, y is equal to df dot loan status, and then print the y. So it show the 10104. The next one is using the testing and training data from sklearn model selection, import, train, test, and split. So this is the mod. It's working now. Splitting the data x train, x test, y train, y test equal train, test, split, where we pass the x and y, and test size I have given 0.2 means 80% is the training data test, and testing is 20%, and random state equals 0. It's working now. Looking the shape, what is the, so after testing, so it gives the 491, 11, and 490. Same is the testing. So there are 120 and 123. The next one is the from sklearn we use the random forest model. So it's working now. Create the method, then I have used the RFC, then pass the random forest and print RFC. So it show the random forest classifier. The next is the, now we predict fit the data. RFC is the method variable name. Dot fit, which we want to fit x train and y train. Then we want to predict the data, which we want RFC dot predict x test, and print the y predicts. So it give the array format 110001. The next one is the, now using the classification report and confusion matrix from sklearn matrix, import classification report, confusion matrix, and accuracy score. It's working Now print accuracy where which we want to test the accuracy in y test and y predict, and classification report is the also same y test and y predict. So it give the accuracy score is 78%. Okay, or now this is the 78% and precision is 62. F1 is score is 54. Now using the confusion matrix, then CM is the variable name where we pass the confusion matrix, and confusion matrix which we want the confusion matrix in the X test and Y predict. Then SNS dot heat map where it pass the variable name and not equal to FMTD and CMP. These are the on inbuilt function. Then the PLT dot y x label where we pass the predict, and PLT dot y label where we pass the actual, and title give the confusion matrix, and PLT dot show. So you can see this one is the actual data and predict, this one is the actual data and this one is the predicted data. 1 0. The same thing is the also confusion method is the second method is yes no. The first method is 1 0, or there is the yes asterisk label where you pass the yes and no. There is written only yes and no. If you are comfortable this yes and no and 0. First one is the 0 and 1. 0 means no and 1 means yes. Now next one is the feature importance. The feature importance is the important parts of the machine learning. Feature importance mostly used for the dimensionally reduction. So we can also remove the irrelevant feature which is not needed, that we can remove it. So this is the variable name of feature importance. Then VD-DOS series where we pass the RFC is a method name, model method name dot feature importance, and index is equal is x dot column, and short values is the ascending is false. Then same is plot kind is equal to bar plot, and give the title feature importance, and x plt y label importance, and plt dot show. So it give the feature importance which is the necessary for the loan eligibility. So first we see the customer credit history. Then second one is the application applicant income and loan amount, how much we want the loan, and co-applicant income. Then dependents, how many person are depend on that person, which is try which is and then property area, how much the property area, loan amount term. So all these are the main features which is necessary for the loan eligibility. So this is the project about the prediction of loan eligibility. uh, Hope you like it. Thank you.